How y'all doing? Brandon here with Voodoo Forge, and I'm going to be showing y'all how to make one of these. It's an S-hook. It's a simple little S-hook. And this thing can be very frustrating to the beginner blacksmith. Now it's got some basic things that I've gone over before. You've got tapering, then rounding the tapering into a round taper, and then making the finial, and then you've got making a hook, and you basically have doing that twice. But doing it twice to where it is symmetrical can be mind-numbingly painful to a beginning blacksmith. Not myself, of course. I caught it. First time I tried it many years ago, I was like, perfect S-hook. Now that's not true. It took me a few to get it, and it took quite a few more to where I could get it every time. So I'm going to be walking you through this one step at a time. And anyway, so let's make some S-hooks. Okay, here are all the steps we're going to be doing in this project. Now we're starting with 6 inches of 1/4 inch round stock, and that's what this is. Next, the first step we're going to do is to taper it, and you taper it into a long taper, which it has corners. It has 4 sides. Then you're going to round it by hitting the corners and making them go away, and then you end up with a round taper, and then you're going to make a finial. Next step, make a hook. After the hook, you're going to do the same process on the other side of the material. So we've got our long square taper, our rounded taper, then we've got our finial. Now on this finial, it's very important that you make sure the finial, the second finial, is on the same side as the hook, because if it's not, it won't work out. And lastly, we form our other hook. Now this is where you get into the real fun of an S-hook, is getting it symmetrical. And sometimes it's easy to do. Sometimes it's difficult when you're beginning. Some people just you know, they get it right off the bat, no problems. Some people have trouble with it. But anyway, it's a fun little project, and S-hooks are always useful all over the place. So let's get her going. Tools I'm going to be using, I've got my trusty rounding hammer here, a pair of 1/4 inch tongs, and of course we'll be using a forge and an anvil. And that's it. That's all you need for this project. Okay, first order of business is to get a long taper on this. You only have to hit 2 sides, because if you hit the top, the anvil is hitting the bottom. There's our taper. If it takes you more than 1 heat, don't worry about it. Just don't hit it when it's too cold. But that's a square taper. Okay, now we're going to round that square taper by hitting the corners. First you turn it into an octagon, and then you keep hitting the corners. Eventually you end up with a round point. You don't have to hit it hard. It's small stock. And also, when you're just starting out, if you don't get it done in 1 heat, don't sweat it. Okay, now the finial. Take it over on the curved side of the anvil, and then bring it back. Never hit the tip. Always roll. Until you've got your finial. Alright, first order of business in making a hook with a finial on the end is quench the finial. Because you're going to be hitting it with a hammer. If you don't, you will crush it. Okay, our finial's quenched. Got to work pretty quick. You hit the finial and bring your other side down. Finish it up over on the anvil. Make sure everything's straight. Okay, we've got one side of our hook made. Now we've got to completely repeat the process on the other side. I'm gonna do the tapering, the rounded, and then come back to you on the finial. So hang loose. Okay, here's the second finial. Now you've got to do it over here. You don't have enough room on the anvil, so I'm going to use the horn. But you got to do it on the same side as the hook. It's a little off kilter, but that can be fixed. The side you want the finial on, the same side as the hook. Okay, I've quenched my finial. I need to open that up a little. End S hook. Now, I had to open it up a little. That happens sometimes, but there we go. There's my end product. All right. Well, that's it. That's making an S hook, and as simple of a project as it seems while you're watching it on your computer, the symmetry might get you when you get home and try it, but you need to practice and make a few of these. If you have trouble with it, or even if you do it perfect your first time, make a few of these. And by a few, I mean buy a couple of 20-foot sticks, 1/4 inch round, and make 80 of them. And once you've got it to where you can do it right every time, you've got it. It's there. And then make some big S hooks. You know, it's not limited to stock size. This can be applied to all sorts of things. This will also start helping you when you start doing things that are scrolled on each side, get the symmetry right. So it's a beginning project, but it's a good one, and I hope you have fun with it. Now, if you liked the video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more like it, please subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions or comments, comment in the comment section below. All right, y'all have a good one now.